Hi guys, top 5 facts here, and today I am doing another video yet about scary urban legends. So if you get scared and you have a faint heart, this video is not for the faint hearted, so I would literally stop watching this video right now and just probably go and watch some, I don't know, some kitten video or something on YouTube. And if you are hearing my voice for the first time, please subscribe and like the video. And without further ado, here we go. Number 5. So I've got a story here about a hairdo, and the hairdo is an urban legend about a vain woman who styled her hair into a bun and never bothers to wash it. Wow, she sounds like she just needs to wash her hair often. This sounds horrible. This story is also known as the fatal hairdo, and spiders in the hairdo. Okay, if you don't like spiders right now, guys, I would skip the video. Okay. A few years ago, there was a middle-aged woman who was very vain and would always wear her hair up in a big bun. She was very proud of her hairdo and thought she was the most fashionable of all her friends. Yeah, if it included spiders, guys, yeah, I won't bother doing my hair like that, no. She had no idea that her hairstyle had gone out of fashion years before. The woman was very lazy and didn't like having to spend time cleaning and styling her hair. Instead, she just left her hair as it was and never took it down at all. In fact, she never even bothered to wash it. Whenever she took a shower, she would wear a shower cap and make sure water didn't mess up her hairstyle. At night, she would sleep with a towel wrapped around her hair to make sure nothing moved out of place. After a while, her hair began to smell. To mask the odor, she just put hairspray on it. When her scalp started to feel itchy, she put more hairspray on it. Even through her hair itched like crazy, all she did was apply more hairspray. She wants a lot of hairspray, guys. One morning, she didn't like coming down for breakfast. Her husband went up to the bedroom to wake her up. To his horror, he discovered that his wife had died during the night. At first, the police thought she must have had a heart attack in her sleep because there wasn't a mark on her body. However, when the coroner was conducting an autopsy, he could figure out what had killed her. Then he excavated her hair and found something horrendous. A black widow spider had made its nest in her hair and laid eggs. When the baby spiders hatched, they had bitten through her skull and eaten into her brain. Wow, guys, sounds pretty darn scary to me, if you ask. Like I say, I'm not a huge fan of spiders, guys, so I guess this tells us to wash our hair regularly every time we have a shower. So, yeah. Coming up at number 4 is Smiley Face. The Smiley Face is a creepy urban legend from Europe about a man who does terrible things to girls who walk home alone at night. Message to you girls out there, don't walk alone at night. This story is also known as the Smiley of the Clown. If you don't like anything about clowns, guys, I recommend skipping the video ahead again, like I said about the spider one. So, here we go. One night, a teenage girl went to a nightclub with her friends. They had a great time drinking and dancing. Sounds like they were having a blast to me, guys. And it was 3 a.m. Wait, 3 a.m? That's the devil's hour, guys. Wow, this really fits the story, 3 a.m. Well done. Doesn't sound fake or anything. Anyway, by the time they left, her friends lived in the city, but the girl lived in the suburbs. They said goodbye and went back to their apartment, leaving the girl to make her own way home. That sounds horrible, guys. Why would... They're not true friends. If they just leave you to walk home on your own, they're just... Anyway. Unable to get a taxi, the teenage girl decided to walk home on her own. On the way, she had to cross through a park. It was very dark. That rhymes. And all she could hear was a clanging of her heels, echoing in the night. Through she saw something moving in the bushes. She quickened her pace. Suddenly a man appeared from behind the bush, bloody pervert, and blocked her path. His face was hideous. It looked terrible, scared and misshapen. She tried to run, but he cornered her and grabbed hold of her arms. Yeah, if that happened to me, guys, I would just straight up punch him in the face. Yeah, I think I'd do that. The frightened girl pleaded for her life and tearfully asked to be let go. There's no point crying, guys. That's not going to help. Just, you're going to have to be aggressive if you want to get the man to let go. The man's deformed mouth twisted into a leering grin. Do you want death or smiley face? He asked. Please just let me go, she cried. Death or smiley face, he insisted. The girl didn't know what he meant. Smiley face, she replied. Without a word, he pulled out his knife and sliced the corners of the girl's mouth up to her ears. Her face was left completely deformed. She was scarred for life. Whenever people saw her in public, they said she resembled a roast recue smiley face. Well, guys, that sounds pretty intense. I think we all know the message out of this story. Don't walk home on your own at night. Boys or girls, just don't walk on your own at night, unless you're an adult, like 18, but then again, still have friends with you. So, yeah. So just don't walk home at night. Number 3. So, this urban myth is called Gloomy Sunday. So, sounds pretty normal, right? Well, here it is. Gloomy Sunday is an urban legend about an old song written by Hungarian composer Rezső Szerész. They say that many people have killed themselves after listening to his song, and it's often called the Hungarian suicide song. Yeah, that's just plain out scary, guys. I mean, yeah, I'm just listening to this tune and then all of a sudden I kill myself. It's just scary, guys. If there is this song out there, guys, don't listen to it because I don't want you guys to get hurt. So, here's the story. Rezső Szerész was born in Hungary in 1933. He was a struggling composer who had never written a hit song. After his girlfriend left him, he was so depressed that he wrote the song that made him famous. Originally, the title was Vége a Téli Szomorú Nap, which means Gloomy Sunday. At first, music publishers would have nothing to do with the song, saying it was too depressing. Eventually, it released and became a huge success. Delighted that he finally written a hit song, Szerész contacted the ex-girlfriend who inspired the song and attempted to get back together with her. The next day she killed herself by swallowing poison, leaving behind a note with just 2 words written on it: Gloomy Sunday. As time went on, Gloomy Sunday was connected to a rash of suicides in Hungary. In all, 17 people died. 2 people shot themselves while listening to a band playing the tune. Several others drowned themselves in a river whilst clutching the sheet music of Gloomy Sunday. Okay, so basically guys, this is a suicide song and it's called Gloomy Sunday. I wouldn't recommend listening to it. If you want to listen to it, guys, it's all you, but I'm saying now, guys, if I were you, I would stay well away from listening to that song, but it's your decision. But it's pretty creepy, Myth, so yep. Number 2. If you guys don't like hell, then yeah, I wouldn't recommend you listening to this urban myth and skip the video. But here we are. The Well to Hell is an urban myth about a team of scientists in Siberia who drilled a hole so deep that it broke through to hell. The story first appeared as an article in a Finnish newspaper. Well, according to the legends, some years ago a Russian scientific team were working on a geology drilling project in Siberia. They had managed to drill a hole over 14.5 kilometers depth/deep in the crust of the earth. When the drill bit suddenly began to rotate wildly, according to the story, the geologists were dumbfounded. They couldn't understand what they had come across. Some members of the team thought they might have reached the depth center of the earth, and it was hollow. Others believed that they had just come across a deep underground cave. The geologist felt a blast of searing heat gush out of the hole, and through they heard faint sounds emanating from the well. They raised a drill and lowered temperature gadgets to measure the heat at the bottom of the hole. They got a huge surprise. The temperature they discovered was far higher than they had expected. By their calculations, the temperature at the bottom would have to be about 1,100 degrees Celsius, over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. They were shocked. It just didn't seem possible. Some of the scientists were too afraid to continue with the project. The most shocking thing was that they found next. They lowered a special microphone into the hole that was designed to withstand the heat. What they heard turned the remaining scientists into nervous wrecks. It was a weak but high-pitched sound. At first they thought it was coming from their own equipment, but after some adjustments they realized it was actually coming from the Earth's interior. They could hardly believe their own ears. The scientists heard human voices screaming in pain. It sounded like thousands, perhaps millions of suffering souls crying and shrieking in unending torture. The horrified scientists had stumbled across a gateway to hell. After this ghastly discovery, about half of the remaining scientists quit their jobs and left. They were just terrified to go on, fearing that they had accidentally let loose the evil powers of hell upon the Earth's surface. They hoped and prayed that whatever was down there would stay down there. Oh my god. Is it true, guys, or is it fake? It's up to you guys to decide. Me personally, I'm halfway. I kind of believe it, I kind of don't. But yeah, I don't want to be really messing with stuff like that. So it sounds pretty scary though, guys. Moving on. Coming up at number 1, guys, is the ghost tracks. Now, if you don't like ghosts, then again, yeah, I would go off the video because, yeah. Or you can, stay and listen if you want. But without further ado, here we go. The Ghost Tracks is an urban legend from San Antonio about a railroad crossing that is said to haunt by the ghosts of children who died there in a tragic accident when their school bus was hit by a train. Back in the 1940s, in San Antonio, Texas, a school bus full of children was making its way down the road and towards the intersection when it stalled on the railroad tracks. A speeding train smashed into the bus, killing 10 of the children and the bus driver. Since that dreadful accident many years ago, any car stops near the railroad tracks will be pushed by unseen hands across the track to safety. It is the spirits of the children, they say, who push the car across the tracks to prevent another accident and saving people from tragic fates like their own. As the story goes, if you park your car directly over the track and shift into neutral, the ghosts of the children will push it uphill out of the way of any oncoming train, and it covers your bumper with baby powder, or for you can repeatedly see the children's fingerprints upon your car. Numerous accounts have been reported that cars do in fact unexpectedly move on their own, and the mysterious prints are seen on the vehicles. Other alleged they have heard the voice and laughter of children while at the site. The photo you have seen above was taken at the ghost track. It is believed to show a ghost at the railway crossing. So unfortunately I can't show you the photo, guys, because I might get copyrighted and whatnot. But yeah, so basically just don't make the work hard for the children by pushing your car off the railroad. Just don't even go on the railroad at night or anything. And this one actually isn't too scary, guys. It's actually nice because the children are saving your life. But just don't, cross railroads at night or anything. So that's it for now, guys, and I hope to see you next time, and stay safe and don't do any of these things like walk home on your own at night and that. So without further ado, thanks for watching, see you next time. Please subscribe and like if you like the video, and press that bell notification so you get up to date with all my videos. Thanks for watching, bye for now.